Just make a podcast about the Colts, they said. Oh my goodness, it'll be so fun. That is what they said. Who's they? I don't really know. No one. I'm just, I'm going for a bit here. I'm in the middle of a bit, okay? I'm in the middle of a bit. Now, here we are talking on a Wednesday morning about Jonathan Taylor's thumb. His thumb. I mean, just when you think we have nothing to talk about with these Indianapolis Colts, a nice slow week of news, all of a sudden our star running back has to get his thumb surgically repaired. Jonathan, did you see what Jim Irsay was willing to spend on a whale? I mean, if there's something wrong with your thumb, just get him a new one, John. We could just get you a new thumb. There's no need to get it repaired. No time missed. Take that one off, plop a new one on like Mr. Potato Head, and we're on with our merry way, right? I mean, this is one of these things you do wonder with the Indianapolis Colts, with the way this team is structured, how much does it actually matter? And I know that's weird to say about Jonathan Taylor, who's absolutely spectacular, a superstar talent at the running back position, but with the way this team is structured and the way we saw Zack Moss play earlier in the season without Jonathan Taylor around, you do wonder how much exactly this makes a difference in winning or losing in the near term for the Indianapolis Colts. Moving forward, different story, but if he's only going to be out 2 to 3 weeks, I mean, how much of a difference does it make? I will say this much. I much prefer the idea of going into a Sunday with Jonathan Taylor and Zack Moss in the backfield. I mean, what a luxury it is to have both of those guys in your backfield, because when one comes out, you could trust the other, and vice versa. You know that you have two savages out there at any given time at the running back position, as opposed to now, yes, Zack Moss spectacular. We love what Zack Moss brings to the table. But then behind him is Trey Sermon, who, quite frankly, I've always been a fan of. I actually think he's quite talented. It's just, you don't know whether or not he's going to have one of those days where he kind of forgets that he has to hold on to the rock. The thing with football is that one of the 101 rules, right, is that you don't give up the ball. When it's your ball, it's yours, which means it's not theirs, which means you hold on to it. You don't give it to them, right? And that's the same thing for the other team, right? You don't want them giving the ball to the Colts when it's their ball. I mean, we would like that, but they would not like that. It's their ball, not our ball. It's our ball, not their ball. This is football 101, right? And when we don't give the ball up, we win games. So Trey Sermon hopefully does none of that, but presumably you would think that Shane Steichen is going to do what he did with Zack Moss at the time and just have him on for every single snap all day long, nonstop. Good thing he got a break in the meantime, because apparently Jonathan Taylor, as Shane Steichen would say, has a little thumb, right? He has a little thumb. I love that, right? You learn to speak Shane Steichen, where it's like, oh, yeah, he's got a hamstring. Like he talks about Jelani Woods, he's got a hamstring, right? When he doesn't include the word little, we have a problem, right? Jonathan Taylor has a little thumb, right? Maybe 2 to 3 weeks. That is what it is. Now, I do want to address one thing. In fact, before I do that, I have to introduce myself eventually. My name is Justin. This right here is the Ride on the Bench Colts Cast. As always, shoot a like if you are enjoying the video. It's going to help me get out to as many people as humanly possible, because I'm sure there is as many Colts fans as humanly possible, and all the Colts fans want to hear about Jonathan Taylor's thumb. Of course, if you want to subscribe to the channel, I'm botching my words right here. It's late at night, and I'm recording this for tomorrow morning. If you want to subscribe, stick around for the journey. I'm trying to hit 2,000. 2,000. I don't even think we're at 1,800 yet. If you want to help me get there, now's the time to subscribe. The numbers say, right? The analytics say, bum, 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 bum. The analytics say that half the people that watch the channel don't subscribe. So if that is you and you keep coming back and watching, maybe now's the time, right? But most importantly, just enjoy the video, and let's talk a little bit about this, because I refuse for this to be some excuse to start talking negative about these Colts. One thing with these Indianapolis Colts, over the past few years, we went from being a beautiful, prestigious, enjoyable team for most of the 2000s, and it feels like we've had a little bit of a dark cloud. Now, one thing I don't love about a lot of the Colts commentary that I hear, and I don't blame them, PTSD is a real thing. It's easy to view it half empty, the glass, when the Colts have been going through what they've been going through. But I don't like how people make it like it's negative headline after negative headline when we have Shane Steichen, who's literally, in my opinion, it's hard. I'd have to look through the candidates. I mean, he has a damn good case for Coach of the Year, given the context, right? With everything that the Colts had going on, including Jonathan Taylor not being around to start the season. 6-5 is an overachievement, to say the least, for the Indianapolis Colts. That's positive. We're the 7th seed in the playoffs. That's positive. So it's not this big ball of negativity. But here we are right here with a negative story. And then you have all the nerds in the comments sections, right? This is why you don't pay Jonathan Taylor, blah, 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 blah. We paid Jonathan Taylor for 3 years, okay? Get in camera. 3 years, okay? There are 52 weeks in a year. 52 plus 52, right? I'm doing some quick math. 104 plus 52 again. 56 weeks. 56 weeks we paid Jonathan Taylor for. He misses 2 or 3 of those, so he's going to get maybe 150 weeks, right? Or something like that, assuming, of course, he doesn't get injured again. You get my point, though, is why you don't pay him, because he has to get his thumb worked on for 2 or 3 weeks is absolutely ridiculous. The emotional Colts fans strike again. This is one of those things for me. I don't even know what else to say. I just guess I felt obligated because I'm a Colts show. This is Colts news. I had to react to it. Jonathan Taylor's thumb. I mean, is there anything else to say? Does this warrant an episode? Generally, I don't even record episodes about things like this. I just wait till later on in the week and I kind of piece everything together. But hell, I'll give you guys something on a Wednesday, and it's a very short one. I'll get back to work if you haven't started yet. I'm slap happy. All right, Colts Nation, that was my thoughts on Jonathan Taylor's thumb. Did I say anything of value whatsoever right there? I don't know. But until next time, I guess that's an episode. What was that, 6.5 minutes? I mean, I didn't give you much, right? But my name is Justin. This right here is the Ride in the Bench Coltscast. Go Colts.